I want some chicken. Seriously? You act like you haven't eaten in days. The cab driver, busy scarfing down his late-night meal, barely noticed the homeless man's odd behavior. But ever since the driver had kindly given him a piece of chicken, that night something strange started happening. Every time the driver swung by the food stall for a late-night bite, the homeless man would appear, asking for a drumstick, almost as if he had been waiting for him. They never exchanged more than a few words. The man would get his chicken, they'd eat silently, and that was that. What the driver didn't know was that this small act of kindness would one day save his life. One night, after grabbing the usual drumstick, the homeless man didn't immediately leave. Instead, he leaned close to the driver and whispered a warning in his ear. It made no sense at the time, just some strange, cryptic muttering. The driver brushed it off, finished his meal, and got back to work. Later that night, he turned into a dark, deserted alley when a young couple flagged him down for a ride. It was odd. Who would be waiting for a cab in a place like this so late at night? Before he could think twice, they jumped in. They seemed anxious, like they had been waiting a while, thinking it might be a long fare. The driver pulled off without hesitation, but as he drove, the homeless man's words echoed back in his mind. Feeling a sudden jolt of panic, he slammed on the brakes. The guy in the front seat snapped, "What the hell are you doing?" The driver quickly apologized, claiming he thought he saw something in the road. Trying to stay calm, he suggested, "Hey, there's construction near South Lake Park. Maybe we should take another route." Before he could even finish, the man up front cut him off sharply, refusing to change course. That's when the driver realized something was seriously wrong. He tried again to steer the conversation, but this time, the man pulled a knife from his sleeve and pressed it hard against the driver's throat. "You're not just giving up the car," he sneered. "You're not getting out of this at all." Just as the blade started to dig into his skin, something unbelievable happened. The cab jolted to a complete stop. The attacker cursed, accusing the driver of playing games. But the driver swore it wasn't him. He hadn't touched the brakes. Before the situation could turn worse, a heavy hand suddenly slapped the window. The thugs froze, fear creeping into their eyes. When they looked up, they saw something that made their blood run cold. The entire car was hovering in midair. Below them stood a man, blood-red eyes burning, holding the cab above his head with ease. Terrified beyond reason, the attackers grabbed each other and bolted into the night. It turned out the homeless man, the one who always asked for chicken, wasn't just some poor drifter. He was something far more terrifying, a vengeful spirit. Out of gratitude for the driver's kindness, he had come to warn him, and when the moment came, he saved his life. In the end, it's all about cause and effect. The good you put out into the world finds its way back to you, often when you need it most. So do good, not for the reward, but because it's the right thing to do. That's the story for today. See you next time.